Ja, auf jeden
think?
Fall das Spiel gewinnen. So gehen wir
What
ins
did
Spiel rein. Wir
you
wissen alle, dass es extrem wichtig ist, gut ins Turnier zu starten. Dafür wird auch enorm wichtig sein, dass wir
What did
wirklich
you what
von
are
der
you going to
ersten
ask
Minute
from
an
this?
voll da sind,
It's,
dann
it's
natürlich
very,
auch
very
über 90
important
Minuten
that from the
durchziehen können
very
und dann
first
hoffen wir natürlich,
minute
dass wir das erfolgreich bestreiten können.
we are really there. We are playing hard. We are trying everything from the very first minute. And the coach, yeah, hello. I think, same what Janina said, it is very important to start off in a tournament well. Of course, that is much easier when you win, but we also know that we have to give us our best performance for 90 minutes. So I think everybody in our group, all the teams have individual qualities. Eva Payush, obviously, sticking out, but all others too from the other teams. They're very good quality teams. We have to go to our limits, like in every other game, to be successful. Everybody from every team from this group can proceed to the next round.
Ich habe ja schon mal deinen Namen falsch genannt. Ulrike Jon, aber egal.
Ulrike Jon, I said your name wrong once. I pronounced once. I ask Ulrike Jon. Janni. Mood is top. So you have a very, very good mood. You're very happy. You're very excited. But how do you deal with the pressure? Well, of course, there's pressure, but we know our qualities. We know how good we are. And I know when we can play to our best performance, we can win the games. And this is how we'll go into the games. And we try not to think too much about it.
Second row.
Second row.
Frage an Janina.
Good morning, Janina. Eva Pajor. You didn't meet her in Wolfsburg, but how do you deal with this dangerous forward? I played against her a lot, and I know she is terrible to play against. I know she's very strong and she's very fast. We have to stop her to go forward, and I'm sure we can get this done. We can be on top of that. Mr. Wück, you experienced the Polish team in the qualification, in your qualification, and there was always you fell behind. Do you think about this when you go into the next game, because they have a strong first half? I was expecting this question. There were three players on the field on the pitch in our team. We have a new coach. We have new players. We have a new structure in our team because only three of this team have played the Polish team. And I think from the very beginning, we will not underestimate any of the teams. We have to watch the individual qualities of the players. And I think when we play like in the Nations League, focus on scoring and also focusing on keeping a clean sheet. We don't want to fall behind. And I think then we can be the winners. Inka and then Frank. What other players have you focused on while you were preparing, except Eva, apart from her? We prepared the players since London the same way, basically. We tell them the strengths and the weaknesses, and we demonstrate that. We show them where there could be rooms that could be created. We show them how we want to interact with their individual qualities, and this is what we do. What we have been doing the past months. This is how we worked, and I think they will give us space and rooms to attack and to. They will give us those rooms, and this is where we are really strong. to use them. For weeks now, everybody's euphoric now, and because you demonstrated that yourself. And then in Bremen against the Netherlands, it was 4-0. And everybody said that this is the first lineup. Do the players know who's playing tomorrow or not? I can't remember who started against the Dutch. No, just joking. I think everybody noticed that in the game, in the match against the Netherlands, something happened. I don't really know how to grasp it, but something happened in the team structure and in the they're convinced. I don't know if we change a couple. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to change, if I'm going to change anything. Please excuse me, I won't tell you.
Christian,
Christian, every coach has different priorities that they focus on match day, especially when it's in the evening. It's an evening game. Could you please tell us what you're going to do? Are you going to talk to them in the hotel or in the stadium, or what is important for you on match day? Well, since we have the team, it's the same routine. We are going to have breakfast together. We activate after that, and after that activation, we are going to have our last talk where I tell them who's going to be in the first lineup. We talk about the set pieces, we talk about the opponent a little bit, and then we'll wait until it is 9 o'clock and we can start into the Euro. It's going to be a very long day for me and for the players. I have a question for Yanni. You had no possibility to play with a Polish player in club, but you played as a younger person with Tanja Pawolik. What do you think? How is it better to know the enemy? The opponent, sorry. I think everybody knows Tanja quite well. I played with her as a double pivot, and I know what her strengths are, and she is on one-to-one, she's really, really strong, and she goes into it severely, but I know where she has her weaknesses too, and I'll try to exploit that. Question to the coach. Are all players fit, and can everybody play? Do you have everybody to choose from? Yes, we have everyone available. The last couple of days, there were a few muscular problems, but that wasn't anything of importance. So right now, everybody is fit, and they can all start. You have to raise your hands so that the colleague can see you. Christian, you said that you tell the players the weaknesses and the strengths of the players, the Polish players. Where do you see the biggest strengths? We have to watch out for Eva and all the individual strengths of all the players. We have to look at Barbara, who's very, very strong in the offense. And I'm not going to go into detail to tell you that I'm not going to tell you what I told the team, but we have to be really, really careful on their fast attacks and their fast comebacks. Question to Janina. When you talk about strengths and weaknesses of the German team, everybody was always saying that there is potential to be better in the defense. So how does it feel like when you were part of this defense team? I think we don't have to be worried about the defense. We played against really good offensive teams, and we did so well. Whole team is really strong, and I wouldn't say that that is a weakness at all. Frank Hellmann again. Mr. Wück, you had a very emotional start in Basel. There were 34,000 fans or viewers that created a really special atmosphere. So how much bigger is this sort of tournament if you compare it to the youth teams and the tournaments? Well, ask me after this is over. You had fans from 4,000 to 70,000 viewers in the stadium. So I think the media attention obviously is a completely different thing. But the players have to, deal with that and not the coaching team.
Can I ask the question in Polish? A question to Janina. I wanted to ask about Tania Pawolak. What are your memories related to Tania Pawolak when you were playing with her in juniors?
Ja, gerne. Wenn Sie die richtig, wenn Sie die
die Frage war mehr an Tania Pawolak.
The question was, Tania Pawolak, how are your memories when you think about Tanja, when the time where you played together? I said it before, I know her very well because I've known her from the under 15 team. We lived through a lot of things on a private level too, and it is very, very difficult to play against her. She does everything. She sacrifices everything for her team, and she fouls if it's important. It's really, really terrible to play against her, and she has that left foot that's excellent. She's aerial dominance, everything a good player needs. Okay, to the coach now. After the Olympic bronze medal, you took over the team from Mr. Rubesch. How much do you use that work that he did with the team? I've known Horst Rubesch for a very long time. We were together in the youth teams. He laid down the basis of the women's football. And of course, we built on that basis. And I don't think we would have gotten very far. He stepped in at a very difficult time, and he brought structure into the women's team. And I built on his work a lot. One last question. Do you have any more questions?
Schnick, schnack, schnuck, Anna-Andrea.
Okay, Anna-Andrea. The boring question. I did a boring question, but now an emotional one. You said the nervousness will start when the competition starts. So how are you now? Because this event is so important. And how does the team think about, how does the team think that the coach feels? I am like I always am. I don't think the team sees any difference. Once again, I have a very good feeling about this. I think the team is shows that I'm right in what I think. We have a very high intensity. Our practices were great. Very good presentation. And for that reason, I have this feeling that I don't have to be nervous. Maybe tomorrow I'll get nervous when we go to the match. Then a bit of nerves is good. So to get the adrenaline going, to get a good start going.
Ja, kann ich so bestätigen, muss ich jetzt
Yes,
sagen, aber
I
kann ich wirklich so
can.
bestätigen. Ich glaube, das geht uns allen
I
Stück
can
weit gleich.
support what
Wir
you
freuen uns
say. I
einfach
think
wirklich
we all
mega,
feel the
dass es
same
losgeht.
way.
Natürlich
We
geht es
just are
zum
very
ersten Mal
happy
in so
that
viel.
we'll
Wir stehen in der
start tomorrow.
Europameisterschaft, wir stehen vor
And of
großen
course, then
Spielen
you
jetzt. Und
realize
natürlich
this
ist
is the
nochmal eine
first
andere
game, this
Anspannung
is
da.
the
Aber also
Euro,
bei
and
mir
of
persönlich
course,
kann
it's
ich
a
nur
lot of
sprechen. Sobald das Spiel
excitement
angepfiffen
and
ist,
pressure. But
ist es
I
auch
can
klar,
only
wie man
talk
versucht,
for
das Spiel zu
myself.
starten
If
und
when
dann,
the
ja, reißt die Mannschaft dann auch
at
ein mit und nimmt einen mit ins
kickoff,
Finale.
it's just all different. I'm not nervous anymore, and the team will, push
Dann
you
machen wir zwei
forward.
letzte, dann haben wir es aber. Und zwar einmal
2 more questions.
und schließen mit Ihnen, weil wir.
Herr Wück, gab es denn noch prominente gute Wünsche vor dem Turnier?
Or other somebody send you some well wishes from anyone, maybe from the chancellor? No,
Eine Chance hattest du, eine Chance.
that was your chance, Uli.
Und die
Ja,
abschließende.
und wir
And the last
fragen
question.
auf den Plan auf für das morgige Spiel. Ist
The plan for tomorrow's game.
offensiv anfangen oder
Will they start offensively, or what is your tactical plan for the game?
Spiel gewinnen.
Man muss nicht alles.
To win the game.
Wir wollen das Spiel gewinnen. Und
We want to win the game. And we have our ways to play football, and I hope that we can show that on the pitch tomorrow. And don't forget, all the players, they can go to their performance limit, and they can show their performance. And of course, what we cannot predict is the nervousness. It is different to play a Euro, but our age structure is 25, 26. So sometimes maybe it takes 4 or 5 minutes to get into the game for a single player, but you can't influence that. We just hope we prepare them well for it, and also prepared them with regards to the opponent, and we'll just try to be on the ball and to counter press, and hope that works against Poland.
Zum Training.
Thank you for coming.